Top 10 countries you shouldn't go to. During New Year's, are you ready to celebrate the New Year on an adventurous trip? Cool. But before you book your tickets, remember, not all exotic destinations are paradise on Earth. Sometimes, instead of a holiday, you can expect such surprises that you won't be able to catch your breath from laughter. Or, on the contrary, you'll be calling a taxi right on the island. Let's take a look at 10 countries where you definitely shouldn't go on New Year's. First, India. Why not? India is always fun and exotic, but there may be problems during the New Year. Smog that blows away even the brightest lights of Christmas lights, especially in big cities like Delhi. Imagine, it's daytime, but only the light on the Christmas tree is shining because you can't see anything further than a couple of meters. The smog is so thick that you want to ask where they bought this fog and then realize that it's just air. The climate is the surprise of the year. During the day in India, it is quite comfortable, about +25 degrees. But at night, it can be so cold that you will start remembering all your winter jackets that you left at home. Especially in the desert areas of Rajasthan, where the temperature drops to +25 degrees. New Year is not in India. Yes, Indians love holidays, but New Year is not their main reason for joy. All the attention is given to other holidays, such as Holi or Diwali. Besides, for New Year's fireworks and noisy parties, you will have to fly to Europe. Bottom line, India is a wonderful country, but for a New Year's trip, it's better to choose March, April, or October, November, when there's less smog and the temperature at night doesn't force you to seek shelter by the fire. Second, Brazil. Why not? Imagine beaches, samba, carnival atmosphere, and then, like in a horror movie, the rain and crowds of tourists appear. Rainy Brazil. When the rainy season starts in December, you know that perfect beach photos are just a dream. Be prepared for downpours that can ruin your beach plans. Crowds of tourists are not a vacation, but a test. If you dreamed of a romantic retreat on Copacabana Beach, be prepared to share it with thousands of like-minded people. So if you had a dream that a beach in Brazil is a place for yourself, forget it. Prices are rising like yeast on dough. New Year is the peak tourist season, and everything costs as much as the most expensive chicken in the world. Not only will you not be able to find cheap accommodation, but excursions and food will cost a fortune. Bottom line, if you want to enjoy Brazil without the rain and crowds, come in April or September. Fewer tourists, less rain, and more happiness. Third, Egypt. Why not? Egypt promises a warm climate, cheap prices, and sunny beaches, but there are a few buts. The cold sea is like an ice shower. Yes, the air in Egypt in December and January is warm, about 20–25 degrees Celsius. But the water in the Red Sea is not particularly warming. The water temperature is about 21 degrees for real walruses, and not for those who are used to the Caribbean. Cool evenings. Remember your sweater. Even if it's hot during the day, it can be cold in the evening, down to 10–15 degrees. You'll have to look for your sweater and blanket to keep warm during evening walks. Crowds of tourists. New Year is the time when all of Egypt turns into one big tourist settlement. Local beaches, restaurants, and hotels are overcrowded, and this is not exactly what you expect from a quiet holiday by the sea. Bottom line, it is best to go to Egypt in spring or autumn when the sea is really warm and there are fewer tourists. Fourth, Maldives. Why not? The Maldives is a place that is called paradise on earth, but like everywhere, there are pitfalls. Prices from the sky. On New Year's Eve, the cost of everything from accommodation to dinner soars like a rocket. Even budget hotels can cost you 2 or 3 times the price of a regular vacation. All the best resorts are booked. Popular hotels can be booked months in advance, and if you haven't planned your trip in advance, you'll find yourself in a string of second-rate options. Rain. Although the rainy season ends in January, short downpours can still ruin your beach dreams. Bottom line, for an ideal holiday in the Maldives, it is better to choose February or March, when the sea is calm, the weather is great, and the prices do not make you lose consciousness. Fifth, China. Why not? Wanted to celebrate the New Year in Beijing or Shanghai? Here are some reasons why it's not the best idea. Wrong New Year. Chinese New Year, according to the lunar calendar, comes later, in late January or February. So in December, you'll be looking at China as a country with ordinary everyday life, without the New Year's magic. The climate ranges from winter cold to damp melancholy. In the northern regions, China resembles a frosty fairy tale with strong winds and sub-zero temperatures. While in the south, the climate is damp and cool, which is not conducive to rest. Bottom line, China is worth visiting, but not during the New Year, but when the holiday is truly Chinese, in February. Sixth, Morocco. Why not? Morocco beckons with its exoticism, but New Year's holidays here are more like a day in ordinary life. Precipitation is like a hurricane, especially in the north and on the coast. It is often rainy here in winter, and the temperature can surprise you with its coolness, even if you came with the idea of a hot holiday. Where is the tree? In Morocco, New Year's is not celebrated with the same pomp as in Europe. There are no trees, fireworks, or festive lights, which can be a rather sad surprise for those looking for a Western holiday atmosphere. Bottom line, if you want to enjoy Morocco, visit during warmer times of the year, say April, when the weather is mild and there is less rain. Seventh, Thailand. Why not? Thailand is exotic, but on New Year's Eve it turns into real chaos. Overcrowded resorts. Holiday time is when Thailand's popular beaches are crowded with more people than grains of sand. A quiet corner can only be found in the dense jungle, but you are unlikely to be taken there on a tour. Prices. Christmas and New Year holidays are the time when everything in Thailand becomes more expensive. Want to eat well? Prices are rising before our eyes, and you can't do without a tourist surcharge. Bottom line, choose other months, such as February, to avoid mass tourism and inflated prices. Eighth, Iceland. Why not? Northern lights, snowy landscapes, but all this may not be as rosy as you think. 4 hours of daylight. If you like daylight, there will be very little of it here, but the nights are long, like winter holidays at school. The weather is a living nightmare. Snow, icy roads, and strong winds all make the country a real test of survival. Bottom line, Iceland is a paradise in the summer, but a test for the most resilient in the winter. Ninth, Kenya. Why not? Safari sounds great, but December is not the time to go. Rainy season. Precipitation can ruin all plans. The roads in the parks become impassable, and instead of observing animals, you risk getting into an off-road test. Hot and humid. The safari will not be as comfortable as you would like due to high humidity and rain. Bottom line, it's best to visit Kenya during the dry season when safari conditions are much better. 10th, Seychelles. Why not? Seychelles is a resort that could be ideal if not for a few buts. Rainy season. The rain here is not just drops, but real tropical downpours that can last for hours. After them, of course, it becomes beautiful, but there is no beach. Prices are sky high. New Year is the peak of tourism, and the prices of tickets, hotels, and excursions may surprise you in a way that you did not expect. Bottom line, it's better to go to the Seychelles in March or April, when the weather is calm and the prices aren't scary. Conclusion: to avoid disappointment during the new year, choose your destination wisely. Don't forget to consider not only your holiday dreams, but also the real conditions. Some people prefer warm countries, while others prefer snow. The main thing is to remember that a holiday should bring joy, not trials. Don't forget about the useful services that we indicate in the pinned comment. Subscribe to the channel, like or dislike. Have a good rest, everyone.